Hi, welcome to this month's vlog. This month's vlog is all about A-level results day and clearing. I personally went through clearing last year and it is not fun. It is very, very uncomfortable to be in. So hopefully these tips and tricks in my story will give you some hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel and just help you guys along during the day. So my clearing experience is actually quite different than most people's, as in I actually had a place at university. The reason I went into clearing by choice was actually because I had chosen to do a certain subject. I had chosen to do English at a particular university, and I had fallen head over heels in love with this university and this course, only to not get the grades I needed. However, I did get into my insurance, but I did not want to do that course anywhere else. The only way this course sounded appealing to me was at this particular university, and as soon as that was taken away from me, the idea of studying English, which is what I was going to do, sounded awful, and I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go to my insurance, didn't want to study English there. It wasn't an option for me, so I decided to go into clearing instead. So I found out I wasn't in my firm choice university around 6 AM when the tracker updated. I didn't know if I was in my insurance because I had been checking the university tracker rather than UCAS tracker, and I basically cried until UCAS tracker updated at like 7:30. I then found out I was in my insurance, but I didn't know my grades at all, so I decided to just go straight to college and pick up my results on a piece of paper rather than wait for the website. I then found out I was nowhere near my entry requirements at all, and it wasn't even worth a remark, so I decided then that going into clearing to kind of have a bit of a change in careers was in order. I then grabbed my media teacher, who was lovely about the situation, and media has always been my best subject, so it made sense for me to go to media as for university. I then sat in an office just off the main building at my college, and me and my teacher just went through all of the UCAS information. We went through all the listings of clearing places, and then I found the course that I'm now on, which is Digital Film and Screen Arts at UCA Farnham, and it was stressful, but I'm glad I did it. I'm very happy with my decision. I am very content with what I do at university now. I'm kind of good at it as well, which is always a nice plus. And it was worth it for me. It was a very, very stressful day, and I really recommend going into your college if you're in that situation. Go into your college and have people around you who know what they're doing. That makes it a hell of a lot easier in the long run. Now, since I've been through clearing, I decided to put together some tips and tricks to help you guys get through the day, because I know it's very stressful. My first tip is to remain as calm as possible. Everything's so fast-paced in clearing and your emotions are everywhere and you're panicked. Just take a minute to kind of take a step back and take some deep breaths and realize that everything will work out, everything will be fine. Just remain calm and you will get through it. I promise, remaining calm is probably the best thing I can tell you to do. The second tip is more pre-results day. Research all outcomes that you can think of that's going to happen, whether you'll be in clearing or you'll be going to university you want to go to, or you'll be in adjustment. Just think of those options beforehand and learn the process that goes with it, so when it actually happens you can just kind of get into it and get the ball rolling rather than having to sit down and research clearing. It makes things a lot easier and you're less panicked because you're more in control, because you already know what's happening, you know what's going on and know the process. And honestly, I kind of obsessed over it before results day, and that did not help me in the slightest, so I'm not recommending going crazy. Just have a little bit of a read up a few days before results day and it'll help you so much if you end up in this situation. The third tip is to think everything through. Now that sounds like I'm stating the obvious, but honestly, when you're in clearing, everything is so fast paced and you don't really know what you want because you just want something. I suggest taking that 12, or in my case 24 hours, sleep on the idea, just research as much as you can, look into the course. Is it taught? Is it exam based? Is it practical? That type of thing that you don't really think of when you first look at the offer on the computer. So do that. It'll make life so much easier in the long run, and you won't get there and then suddenly realise you cannot afford to sustain a life there because you can't afford accommodation or something really silly like that can just make or break a decision, and you need that time to clear your head and to remember that those things matter. My final tip is you're allowed to be sad, you're allowed to be upset, you're allowed to cry. This is kind of a situation that not many people have been through, so they don't know how to react when you're upset. A lot of people came up to me and they're like, but you did really well, why are you upset? And it's like, but I didn't do well enough. I want to go here and now they won't let me go. And you're also surrounded by people who got into their firm choice universities or even missed their offers but still got in, and you're happy for them, but you don't really know what to do because you're still upset and you don't want to bring them down, but you also don't want to be excited because that's just not what you're feeling at the time. So I recommend getting it out of your system. Like I said, I cried so much on results day. I don't even have any shame. I was so upset that day. I just got it out of my system early on, so after I'd been upset, I could then focus on getting my offers and getting into uni, and it helped. It helped so much. So just allow yourself to be upset. Allow other people to be happy, allow yourself to be upset, and then just get on with life. So that was my experience in clearing. I hope this video helped you in some way, even if it was just showing you that people do go through clearing and come out the other side. If you do need any more help, head over to the UCA clearing website where there is a lot of helpful information, including this video that literally gives you a step-by-step guide to clearing. It is very clear and very, very useful. So use that if you need to. And I guess that's everything. Good luck, it will be fine, just remain calm and everything will work out, I promise. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!